Good morning. Welcome to the next video. In the previous video, we learned about the numeric. We learned about the introduction to the Java data types. Now we are going further, explore further about the Java data types. In this video, the main concept which we will learn is about Java typecasting, means data typecasting. Let me write it here. Typecasting. Okay, so typecasting is basically how we will cast the data type from one form to another. Suppose I have an int value. Suppose int I is equal to 5. Now I have a byte variable byte b, and I want to cast. I want this to be converted into byte. Converted means store. Here converted means store. We want to store this int value into a byte value. Then what will happen? Suppose I write here I. Then what will happen here? So let me tell you. We will explore here in detail. Now let me write in a beautiful way here. The same thing, int I is equal to 5, byte b is equal to I. Then what will happen at this line? Okay, so can you guess what will happen? Will it be easily converted into byte? This is an int. What? So let me tell you here. We will see this example in computer also working, but here what will happen? Byte we cannot convert directly and int into byte. It will give a compilation error saying that it cannot be cast into byte. Int cannot be cast into byte. So here we have to use the casting. So for typecasting, that is called typecasting, we have to use parenthesis. This is the symbol for casting. It is always used before the actual variable, here I. Okay, so we have to write in which we are going to cast. So we are casting integer into byte. So we will write here byte. So let me write it clear here. Byte b is equal to byte, that is the typecasting here, typecasting, and I. Now this byte b will store 5. If I will write and I will print b, then it will give me the value of I, that is 5. Okay, so now this is what I am telling, that we will have some data. We will have the output 5, but it is not necessarily the case that always integer will be very short. Means this 5 can be in binary. We can have 5 as represents 5 representation as 0 0 0 for 4 bit plus 5 का क्या होगा 1 0 1. Okay. So this is very small digit. This 5 is very small digit and it can fit into 8 bit. What I had told you already, that is the size of byte. You can see here, which I have shown you there. This is the size of byte, 8 bits. So this 5 is very small and it can easily fit into 8 bit. So it will easily get typecasted. But what will happen if the value, that is the integer value, is very long? What do you think? What will happen? So let me show you here. You can see this is the dish, and I have this integer value. Okay, that is actually it is. You can see. Are you able to see it? Okay. So this is integer value, and I have taken the 8-bit byte value. Now, and here I have some content which I will pour into this you can see int value. Now this value is filled. In this value you can see it is filled completely. Now here you can see I have this int value and this byte value. Now what will happen if I store an int value into a byte? So if I will store this bit this integer value into byte, then what will happen? It will start filling into bytes. Okay, so now you can see byte is filled. Now what will happen? Now I am pouring and the data is getting filled. All the data is getting filled. So you can see that integer is not getting fit completely into the byte, because byte's capacity is very less than int value. The same thing happens in Java for this case. Here suppose we have an integer value which is larger than 8 bit. Let me clear this board and let's start. For the typecasting, suppose I have an integer value which does not fit into 8 bits, that is 8 bits. Suppose I am having an integer int I is equal to 260. Now I write byte b is equal to I. Then what will happen here? Here we will get a compilation error saying we cannot convert from int to byte. So we will write here. It will suggest in Eclipse it will suggest us to convert our typecast to byte. So we will typecast it here. As I have already told you, this is the size of byte and this is the size of int. So if we pour the data into this, here it is of 32 bits and it is of 8 bits. So the data of 24 bits will be loose. We will lose 24 bit data. So because its capacity is only 8 bits, so it will store only 8 bits. Okay. Now what will happen, and what will happen if we convert this 260 to this? So I am taking this example as in 1 byte, that is 8 bits. We have maximum value which we can have is 1111. So the maximum value we can have in this is 255. So I am taking an integer which is larger than 255, which will not fit into 8 bit, to show you, to have a clear vision what is going to happen in the backend. In the backend. Now let me take you another example. Suppose I have an integer value, the same thing, and I have 132 instead of 260. So 132 is less than 255. 132 is less than 25. Okay, so it will come and fit into 8 bits. Okay, so we will have here the binary version of 132, so it will fit in 8 bits. So we will see the example of 132 and 260. Okay, and what will happen if we have the value is 128? We will also see this. So let's see this in this example in our computer. Let's see what is the output we are going to have for 260 and for 132 or 128. Okay, so let's understand it. I'm gonna use Eclipse here for your understanding of the example. And here you can see I have Eclipse Luna version. It is one of the latest versions of Eclipse. Now here you can see I have a class data types demo. if you can easily see. Let me make it visual for you. Okay, class demo main string x 128 byte b is equal to. Now here you see int a is equal to 128 I have written. Now I have a variable byte b is equal to a, and I have typecasted this to byte b, which I have already told you. Suppose I remove this byte, then what happens? It is showing some error. Here you can see it is showing add cast to byte. It is giving a suggestion. It's not the error. The error is here. You can see type mismatch, cannot convert from int to byte. Type mismatch, cannot convert from int to byte. So this is the compilation error which we are getting. So to remove this compilation, either we have to convert this in this variable to int or this variable to byte. So but we don't need that. Now in this case we have to cast, because byte is of smaller size, as I have already shown you, and int is larger size, so we have to cast it to the byte. Now it is okay, it will not give compilation error. And now in the next line we are printing system.out.println a and b. So let's see what happens when we run this example. So we will run as, let me show you, run as Java application. So you can see here the output is a is equal to 120 and b is equal to minus 128. Let us take another example. Suppose I have 132. Then what will happen? What will be the output? Save it, and now let's run it. Run as Java application. You can see the value as minus 124. Okay, its value is minus 124. Why it is getting negative? Why? What is the logic behind it? Why 132 is showing minus 124 when it is going to be in the byte, when it is converted into byte? Now we will explain, we will learn this in detail, and also I will take another example which is more than 8, the value which cannot get into 8 bits, that is the size of byte. So let's the maximum value which we can store in 8-bit is 255. So we will get we will take a larger number than 255. It is, suppose we take 260 and save it. Okay, save it and run it. Run as Java application. Or now you can see here the output is 4. What the hell is happening here? So to understand the mystery behind it, why we are getting to, for 132 we are getting minus 124, and for 260 we are getting only 4. From where this negative is coming, or why this 260 is converted only to 4, we will understand this. So let's understand the logic behind it. Okay.